right? She didn't have no time to make it to the ballers. So you know what happened? She probably ended up smashing a few other guys who probably just came to Atlanta with $1,000. You know those guys. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I'm your host, Felix Long Trousers. Man, check this out, man. This is your first time on He Rants. I just want to let you know I'm just a random guy who likes to look up random stuff that interests me, and I just feel like I need to inform you guys about it. And if that sounds sexy or attractive to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. And at the same time, make sure you hit a like. Because I'm so insecure, man. It makes me feel a whole lot better about myself. You hit the like, and it only takes 1 second. Just click it, man. Just click the damn like button, son. I appreciate you. At the same time, you gotta buy the merch, mofo, men offering females orgasms, because we're so humble. Link in the description box below. But let's not waste no more time. Let's get into the first story, man. We gotta talk about the guy Thomas Markle. Markle. Father of Meghan. Meghan. I don't care. Her name is Meghan, alright? Meghan is M-E-G-A-N, alright? She's Meghan because it's M-E-G-H-A-N. They put an H in there, so it's Meghan. I don't care. That's what they spelled it. So the reason why Thomas Markle is in the news is because he recently, the whole interview that happened with Meghan and Harry, right, on Oprah and everything. Pretty much them out there saying all the stuff and saying how racist the monarchy is and all that stuff, and everybody's coming at them and stuff, and people asking about, what color the skin of Archie will be. Like I said before, I feel like they asked that because Meghan Markle looks barely black as it is. Barely black. I don't say barely black at all. Listen, Meghan Markle to me, son, she looks more. If you told me she was Hispanic, I'd believe that more before you tell me that she's black. I'm just keeping it in a stack, son. Nobody wants to say it, but I'm just keeping it in a stack, right? And so Thomas came out and he was on British news or freaking UK news or something like that, pretty much saying like, listen, man, he doesn't believe that the royals are racist. Son. He doesn't believe that they're racist at all. In fact, he believes that California, Los Angeles specifically, is racist, super racist. That's where the real racism is. And he feels like if anybody did come up and wonder about the color of Archie, young little kid Archie's skin color, right? It was probably just a stupid question. Well, I think when he says that, he's trying to say pretty much like an ignorant question that some people ask. Like, for example, if a white person was to come up and say, "Oh my gosh, your hair, how do you get it like that? It's so crazy. It's so like thick and stuff. How does it grow like that?" You know what I'm saying? A question like that, right? Keep in mind though, Thomas Markle is white, is Caucasian. I thought her dad was the black one. Apparently the mother is the black one, right? I wonder if her parents ever do like the slave and slave master job. You expect me to believe they don't ever role play, bro? That's what I mean, come on, say if it was me. This is very, very interesting. I wonder if this is the case, right? Because also, the royal family came out and released a statement saying they are very, very sad. They're really saddened that, they had this interview and they said all this and they were unaware of her feelings, how she was feeling this whole time. And I don't know who to feel sorry for. Do I feel sorry for Prince Harry and Meghan? I'm not sure if I should, right? Because, these guys are living pretty good. Even in the interview, I think he said something about like all he has is $25 million. And he said that like, $25 million, like, can you imagine the entitlement? I get it, you've been a prince this whole time, but my goodness, 25 million. Some people not seeing that for their whole life. And at the same time, I feel like maybe Thomas is looking at this like, listen, don't screw this up, Meghan. Meghan, you're making the royals look bad. Don't mess this up for us, man. You are a single mother, an aging single mother that got luck. When I tell you this is the luckiest come up, like, people keep talking about Sierra and Russell Wilson and stuff like, oh my God, Sierra left Future to like, come on, bro. We don't even know who Meghan Markle's dude was that she had a baby with before. She has a baby, right? She had a baby, right? She was a single mother. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, yo, to from that to getting a prince, and at the same time, she was like a second-rate actress or something like that. Not a lot of people knew who she was. Now everybody know who she was. When I say she's elevated herself, and at the same time, you have to say this: Meghan, that vajayjay, that joint's probably amazing. It's probably beautiful. The reason why I say that, to think that Prince Harry, an actual prince, decided to leave his family for that. Oh my goodness, that's not the type of pussy I'm willing to take a risk for. We gotta talk about Mackenzie Scott. For those of you guys who don't know who Mackenzie Scott is, because I didn't even know this was her name, it is Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. You know Jeff Bezos, man, richest man in the world. In fact, he kind of fluctuates. Sometimes it's him, sometimes it's Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? They fluctuate all the time. You know, being richest, whatever. It is rich. I don't care. Jeff Bezos has a funny eye. People never talk about that. You notice that he has like one big eye, one small eye. He's like a cartoon character or something like that. But I guess you can insult him though, because he has a lot of money and he can buy your family and he can have you killed. She is now the world's wealthiest woman, by the way, right? Most of you guys already knew that. She had a big divorce. That money that's coming from Jeff Bezos just stacked her pockets up. I think she had a whole lot of shares from Amazon and everything like that. So she's one of the wealthiest women in the world. And at the same time, she didn't really earn it. I guess you could say she earned. No, she didn't earn it, bruh. This is one of the scary things about being married sometimes. Because when you really think about it, there's no benefit to getting married as a man, at least. Really think about it. What is the benefit of getting married as a man? There's none. You can't smash other hoes unless you cheat. You people are just having right there, right? My camera just cut off when I just started naming the drawbacks of getting married as a man, right? I feel like my girl just heard me somehow. She used her, woman wizard powers to throw onto the camera and everything. But for real, like when you think about it, there's really not that many benefits. For women, they get that sense of security because when a woman gets a lot older and they're not married and stuff, it's like, oh my God, you're not married. People poke fun at her, or if they don't say it in front of their face, they say behind their back. Their mother's all like, oh, you can't find a man and all that. No one says that to a dude. No one says that. A dude be 40 not married. No one cares. Like, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But men sometimes have a lot to lose, especially when they're making a lot of money. So I'm just saying that I'm not against getting married, man. But definitely get that prenup. You got to do that, right? But she apparently now is married to a man named Dan Hewitt. Dan Hewitt happens to be one of the teachers at the private school which their children, Jeff Bezos and her children, go to and everything, right? Which leads me to believe that she been plotting on the dude or vice versa, or they both just been cheating. I wouldn't be surprised because they broke up because apparently Jeff Bezos was cheating and everything. Surprise when you have that money. I just told you, when you have that type of money, he can have you killed. I think she divorced Bezos around 2019, right? 2019 to 2021 right now. I won't be surprised if they were smashing the whole time, even before, while her and Bezos were still together and everything, right? And they were probably just like, listen, let's keep it low. Let's keep it on the hush, right? But then eventually, when the coast is clear, we'll come out and then boom, we'll get married and everything, right? He probably been in the guts. All right, man, but I just want people to understand this is some scary stuff. I'm not saying she's a streetwalker, not at all. I've never heard anything crazy about her, but if you guys want to believe that she just found true love after that, and just with the school's teachers, son, when you're your kids' teachers, you know how, like, can you imagine when it comes to, anytime a student comes to class, like, listen, you better act right, man. I'm fucking your mom. Like, what does that have to do with anything? You want to go to detention? And if you go to detention, I'm gonna fuck your mom. We gotta talk about this girl by the name of Yas the Stallion. Yas the Stallion, man. Now she's been in the news lately because she's apparently was stranded in ATL, right? It started a whole GoFundMe for $1,600, and apparently she's from New York, right? Now she had to find a way to get back. So the story goes that she came down for All-Star Weekend, right, with only $400, and she was hoping that she was gonna get some type of, I don't know, refund money or something was gonna drop into her account, and she was gonna use that money to fly back up to New York and everything, right? And the thing about this, right, is crazy, because like I said before, All-Star Weekend is when the ballers and the hoes come out, right? The hoes come out to spread their legs. I feel like her main thing wasn't even. I feel like it wasn't even that something was going to drop in her account. I don't think there was any money that was going to drop in her account. Nothing at all. She's just using it as an excuse, right? I believe this. I believe she was hoping. She overestimated her appearance. She thought she was as bad to the bone. And she might have got a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Got them, give them a little bit tender loving and stuff like that. And eventually they'll fly her back out. But little did she know she wasn't at the caliber. She went to Atlanta and realized these hoes are established, man. The streets, man, that's one of the street headquarters, right? There in LA and Atlanta, those street headquarters, and also they have another southern branch in Miami, Florida, son. A lot of streetwalkers over there, right? So she didn't know what she was coming into, right? So she sees this, and she's like, oh my God, this is more than I anticipated and stuff, right? She didn't have no time to make it to the ballers. So you know what happened? She probably ended up smashing a few other guys who probably just came to Atlanta with $1,000. You know those guys, right? They were just like, yo, I need to go to All-Star Weekend. I don't have that much money, but I have enough money to get the Greyhound and go down there and smash a few leftover hoes that they couldn't make it to the baller status. So Lil Yachty entered the chat and he was pretty much like, man, you should have stayed home. You should have stayed home. Anybody who wants to help her, don't help her, son. And I agree with him. Because she should have stayed home, son. Why did you come out if you didn't have the funds to get back, right? And also the same thing, 50 Cent also came out. 50 Cent came out and said the same thing. It's like, yo, is this real? Is this a scam? And that's another thing that a lot of people are saying, this may be a scam. Because when you hear $1,600, what type of plane ticket are you taking, son? Are you riding the Soul plane, son? Are you riding the Soul plane, son? A fictional plane? With that type of money, $1,600, son? You better fly Spirit Airlines, son. Those tickets are cheaper now, son. You can definitely get a ticket for about $400, maybe less. I feel like I'm highballing it right there. And you're telling me that you need $1,600? You know what I think it is? People don't understand, man. The month just started, son. What was All-Star Weekend? It started around the 5th, right? Most rentals, right? Most apartment buildings, you have to pay your rent by the 1st, right? But they'll give you a grace period, probably by the 5th. You know what I'm saying? Some places might be generous, maybe by the 6th, right? Or at the same time, they might even like, listen, if it falls under the weekend, we'll let you slide for the weekend, but you have to pay the money by Monday, right? I feel like she had the money. She had the money to make it back to New York, but she didn't have the rent money because she spent all her money to go down to Atlanta to find a baller. She was not able to succeed in that, so she was like, what can I do? I'm not going to sell my pussy, right? Because the ballers don't want it, so why would I think anybody else here would want it, right? It makes perfect sense. Too much pussy going around in Atlanta right now, son, and she doesn't have the capacity to supply the demand. That makes sense, right? So then she's like, all right, my rent is due, and I don't want to have to pay the late fee. Sometimes they might charge you 20% extra. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, all right, let me make this GoFundMe, get $1,600 and I pay my rent. Boom, boom, bow, and I'm good. This is a finesse. This is definitely a finesse, right? For anybody who helped her, you're a simp. I am not helping her unless she massages my penis meat. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. She has to massage. At the end of the day, I gotta respect the finesse, man. She definitely got the money out there. Hey, it is what it is, right? The streets. What an interesting road we have here. But that's all the news I got for today, man. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as with the post notification. That way, you'll always be one of the first people to hear the voice of Long Trust. My voice is oh so sensual. And at the same time, leave a like. Like I told you before, it takes 1 second. It's just a quick click, son. Just click the like button, please. I appreciate that. At the same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Link in the description box below. And that's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.